And now we get a peek at some of the top players here for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. Evan McPherson has this one teed up. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Godwin, the motion man. Allen going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Young. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Herbert. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Khalil Herbert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It will be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Now meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jacoby Myers, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Throwing now is Allen. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? One for the first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And this is caught by Williams. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Williams, 64 yards. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a first down throw for Young. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 more on that one and another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. Down to the 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped, and not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7. Young now. Crossing route, he finds Likely. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Hand off right side for Herbert. Past the 20. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, New Orleans. Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Looking back to that first quarter, they struggled, but now here in quarter 2, they seem to have some rhythm.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to us, because when we were in the production meetings, we asked a few of the players about, hey, what if things get a little rocky early? They all said the exact same thing. We're prepared, so we're confident things will work out. And so far, they've started to do so.
Those 3 words we hear a lot, stay the course. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. On the move past the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Godwin, 71 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Saints. So it's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. That time on the one-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Every guy that plays this game has plenty of people around him that are concerned for his health and well-being. He had no regard for his body on that catch at all, did he?
Middle of the field, diving to grab it? No, he didn't. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives him a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen again. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Touchdown! Mike Williams. As the first half is winding down. And the Eagles have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Young's throw there complete to Myers. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Final play of the half, Young. They'll set up the screen for Herbert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young on third down. That is caught by Herbert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll run it here. And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Here we go.
Young looks to throw on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On second down, Young again. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. A handoff for Herbert. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
From the 21, here's second down and 7. Out of the gun, it's Young. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the left hash, this from 39. McPherson's kick is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To the air, Allen. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. Pat Freiermuth, 41 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. So a very strong first drive in this second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now here's Young. That's complete to Tony. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this defense will take over right at midfield. First and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Allen gonna throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Gotta hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Allen. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't